Back to Jay's world, where we got a lot of stuff going on here. We cover anime, we cover video games, and new segment called the Teacher Chronicles, in which as a teacher I go into some things in the classroom. So last time, or the first time, we talked about parental contacts, why I truly hate parental contact. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that video, it's over here in the corner. So in today's episode of the Teacher Chronicles, we're talking about this post that I saw on Facebook. And what it talked about was how parents are okay with, athletic coaches fussing their kids out, going in on them, but they have an issue with teachers just simply redirecting their behavior in class. So I wanted to again read the post, give my thoughts on it, and let's just kind of dive into it. So if you're ready for the ride, let's get it done. All right, so as an athlete myself back in middle school and high school, so I've been on like both ends. I've been the player getting fussed out, and I have been the coach in some instances doing the fussing out, and I have been just kind of a bystander, seeing students get fussed out. We kind of understand what is said between coaches and players, so no need to kind of go in on this. But so going into the post, it mentions how, again, parents are okay with coaches saying whatever, whenever to their students, but the teachers don't have that liberty. So I first want to start off with this point here. One of the comments that I made on the video was, when you look at athletics and then you compare it to academics, athletics are glorified where academics aren't. There's no glory in academics. There's no glory in being a straight A student. No, that's the stigma that's put out here, but you have all this glory and fame when it comes to your athletics. So parents are a little bit more lenient to what coaches do versus what teachers do. All right, so I've seen situations where you will call parents in regards to academics. You don't get responses, you don't get pleasant replies, you don't get any, it seems like there's just no attention to that whatsoever. But the moment it impacts athletics, now we're returning phone calls and we're ignoring the whole conversation, which I done said, your son done slapped 3 people, your son has been disrespectful, your son's not doing any work in class, or your daughter, or whoever it may be. So they're not able to play sports, or they're going to miss the game. So now we are blowing up. We're having a huge issue, right? So, but the funny thing is, if you would have just taken heed to the warning, like me trying to help you, then we could have prevented your son or daughter missing the athletic event. And it's unfortunate that, again, athletics, since they're more glorified, that academics just kind of push to the background as if they don't matter. But when you go to college, you are a student athlete. In high school, middle school, you are a student athlete, with the student part coming first. Because without that part, there is no athlete, despite what people want to say. When you look at sports, especially for those in our community, that's our way out of our situations. A lot of poverty going on in our neighborhoods, in our community, a lot of, lack of skills necessary or practice to take those and make a career. So a lot of us put a lot of emphasis on sports. That's our way out the hood. That's our way out to college. That's our way into a better life. But academics can provide those same benefits, but it's not being mutually put together. We're kind of either one or the other, and for the most part, it's being placed on athletics. And the thing is, we all know the hometown hero who was a beast at sports. Beast at sport, good at everything, but slacked in the classroom, and more than likely they don't get to use that athletic ability in college because they're ineligible due to the grades and due to the academic piece of it. So it's all important. So let's get to the main point of the conversation, in which the way coaches communicate versus the way teachers communicate with the same parents, but get totally different responses. So when a teacher more than likely calls a parent, and this isn't every case. This is just some cases, but it's still unfortunate nonetheless. So you explain to the parent about a child's behavior, what they are doing in class that's negative, what they aren't doing in class, which is negative as well. And you usually, I'll say usually, like sometimes you get the deflection as if it's not the child's fault, it's the teacher's fault, or who is surrounding the person, or such and such got a lot going on, something along those lines. So it's rarely the student's fault. So when you go about to correcting behavior, it's not because you hate the kid or nothing like that. You just simply trying to correct the behavior so you can help them and help the other students learn as well. And then you getting phone calls and emails talking about, you trying to bully my child. You trying to, like me being a 33-year-old man, why do I want to bully your 10-year-old son or daughter? Like what time do I have to do that? What desire do I have to do that? So you're bullying my son or daughter, you're singling them out. What about everyone else? This and that. And completely ignoring the fact that I just told you a list of 3 to 5 things that your child is doing in class that is not only hurting them, it's hurting everyone else. But on the flip side, that child who plays sports is like getting fussed out. Like the parents can see the coach fussing out the student and be completely cool with it. And be completely cool with it in most situations, of course, depending on what's said, and be cool. Why is that? Because it's for the glory of the sports. It's for the athletics. With this athletics being able to get me to college or get me traveling or get me money or whatever the benefit of it is. So I'm cool with coach saying X, Y, and Z because it's going to help my child in the future. The ironic thing of that is what the teacher is saying to that same exact child is also going to help them in the future as well. I would dare to say more, because like we always say, athletics, yes, that is a way out of your situation, or go to college free. But what if you suffer a dramatic injury that you can't recover from? Now, the one thing you was banking on is done. It's done, it's no more. So what is the next step? And you don't have academics to rely on because you neglected that. You pushed it to the side. And that is what teachers are. That's the battle that we face on a regular basis. Don't get me wrong. You have some coaches who they're teachers as well. So they can they get to balance both roles. You have some coaches who aren't teachers. They just simply coach. But nonetheless, it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that parents are more comfortable with the coach being able to discipline and say whatever is necessary to the kid, but that teacher, the one who is trying to get them where they need to be academically, help them to be better people, like their words fall on deaf ears, as it seems. And it's sad and it sucks, but that's just the time we're living in. Academics, they're not prioritized as they once were. It is kind of like an afterthought, or the teacher don't know nothing. You go in there and do what I told you to do, and then the coach is super respected. Don't talk back to him. Do what he says. Everything he or she says is trying to help you. So just kind of wanted to go in. And that point, again, this is a Facebook post that I saw, and it kind of just made me sit back and say, dang, that's definitely true. That is so true. So I want to hear your thoughts on it. So go into the comment section and tell me, like, is it a big deal? Like, do you feel that teachers do get the short end of the stick in regards to trying to discipline and help your kid get what they need to get, and the coaches get more power than they need to? Or do you feel things are just how it is? Do you feel the coach should have that authority? So definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys got, whether you agree, disagree, kind of neutral, just let me know. Again, make sure you subscribe to Jay's World if you enjoy the content. Again, anime, video games, teacher chronicles. I like to talk, so we got a lot going on. But if you enjoy all 3 areas, 1 or 2 of the areas, I would appreciate you like, share, and subscribe. That way you can hear more of my teacher rants. Tell your friends about it who are teachers. Get them kind of commenting. Still circulating topics and debates around the atmosphere. But with that, I thank you guys for your time and hope you have a good rest of the day. And until next time, peace.